Buddhang saranam gacchami, Dhammang saranam gacchami, Sanghang saranam gacchami, Buddhang saranam gacchami, Dhammang saranam gacchami, Buddhang saranam gacchami, Dhammang saranam gacchami, Sanghang saranam gacchami, Buddhang saranam gacchami, saranam gacchami, Sanghang saranam gacchami, Buddhang saranam gacchami, Dhammang saranam gacchami, Sanghang saranam gacchami, Buddhang saranam. We put the hands, see. Buddhang namami, Dhammang namami, Sanghang namami, Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Jaya Namo Ramaya Namo Sanghaya Namo Shivaji. You are our Savior. You are our truth. You are our teacher. You are our life. Homage to you. I believe in you. I respect you. International Association, we must know the founder. Who is the founder of Buddha Light International Association?
Yes.
Okay. Master Xing. Venerable Master Xing, he was born in China. He became a monk when he was 12 years old. And that was during the Civil War in China. And Master Xing came to Taiwan in 1949. That is, after the Second World War. He followed the medical team from China that they will come to Taiwan to do the relief work. But because the time was the Civil War, so the World War was also Civil War in China. And the people suspected him, a spy from the KMT. The KMT is the Kuomintang Party. So not long after he arrived Taiwan from China, he was being caught and put into jail. They suspected him. But very fortunately, there was one army general wife who is a very strong Buddhist, and he managed to help to release the monk out from the jail. In the early years, Master has a very hard life in Taiwan. A young monk at the age of 23 years old. He has not supported, he has no student. So when he arrived in Taiwan, he just had to stay somebody temple or helping to the temple to look after the forest, be a caretaker of the forest. Or when he have a place in the temple, every morning he have to fetch water from the well, 600 buckets of water. He has to go to the market to get vegetables to supply those members in the temple. But although very hard life, Master never forget Buddhism. Because he promised his teacher once, for the faith of Buddhism, he never gave up. Many monks who came from China into Taiwan, some has disrobed, some has other assignment. But Master Xing, his faith is very strong. The ropes I'm on is always on me. For the sake of Buddhism, he never gave up. So 1949, Master came to Taiwan, and 2 years later, when someone invited him to Yilan in Taiwan, Taipei is in the north, because Taipei in the north is the capital of Taiwan, and Yilan is the eastern coast side of Taiwan. During the day, nobody will want to go to Yilan because very, very remote place. Although today, from Taipei to Yilan is 1 hour drive. In the early days, like some of our places, very difficult way. So somebody, when he came to Taipei to listen to Master Dhamma talk, he said, we need a teacher to go to Yilan because there's no teacher, no monk want to go to Yilan, so far. And when Master arrived in Yilan, he has no temple. He stayed in a broken temple where many army family are staying. He only has a small room by himself. And there is no light in his room. And it was staying in Yilan that Master started to propagate Buddhism, humanistic Buddhism. Why we call humanistic Buddhism? What the Buddha was born in our human world? Is it our Buddha was born in our human world? Where? The meaning. The Buddha attained enlightenment in the human world. Where is it? Where the Buddha attained enlightenment? Bodhigaya? Yes. And where the Buddha spread his teaching? All over in India. And when the Buddha passed into Parinirvana, also in the human world, in Kushinaga. So what the Buddha has taught, I think in Theravada teaching we say it's 49 years. Chinese history says for 49 years. The teacher, the Buddha teach to the living, to the humans. We emphasize on humans. But gradually, when Buddhism was spread in the Buddha in India spread, and gradually, in the, I think first 63 AD, 67 AD, Buddhism was brought to China. And Buddhism in China was supported by the emperors. So during the time in China was very prosperous, very popular. In the beginning, no. In the beginning, it was a cult. So there was fighting between the Chinese belief and Buddhism. But later on, Buddhism prosperous, especially Tang Dynasty, very prosperous. And some, when things become too rich, the monk also become too rich. The situation changed. People, their practice has slowed down. We forgot about the puncture seal. And people who go to temple just for praying because someone in my family passed away, we want someone to do chanting. The Buddhism has distorted from what the Buddha taught. So only the chanting, just stay in the temple, chanting, okay, Dana come to me, chant, I need to do. So master follow when Tai Chi, master Tai Chi, he said Buddhism is not this way. Buddhism is to benefit. I think we don't have to love because Buddhism has to benefit the society. How can Buddhism only chanting for the day? Temple. That's why when master learn from Master Shinin learn from Tai Chi master. When he come to Taiwan, he promote Buddhism. So Buddhism is not only puja, chanting, and taking dana, no. So when master come to Taiwan, 1949, but it was only in 1967, 10 years later, that he established Fo Guang San. Fo Guang San means Buddha Lights Mountain Monastery, and we have 4 objectives. The first objective, to promote Buddhism through Buddhist culture. Like in India today, Buddhist culture, we print books, Dharma talk on TV, Dharma talk outside the temple, not only in the temple. Like in Bhutan, we have the news speaker, we have the TV station. I think in India we also have TV station propagating the Dharma. So to promote Buddhism through Buddhist culture, in Fo Guang San also we have the art gallery. Means anything that we can introduce Buddhism to the general public. And our second objective, to nurture talents through education. Master emphasized very, like if any of you want here to become a monk and nun, we must study in the Buddhist college. So Fo Guang San, the Buddha Lights Mountain, was established only 2 years later after we established the Buddhist college. Buddhist college, I think I'm so sorry to say, India we don't have many Buddhist college. Although Maharashtra, many followers of Dr. Ambedkar, and many people become monks and nuns, but they do not know much about the Buddhist teaching. They do not know much about Buddhist value. I don't know what I heard is true or not. in Maharashtra, some even become husband, they married and they become monks and nuns. They are staying in the same temple. The bhikkhu, husband bhikkhu, bhikkhuni, wife staying in the same temple. This is wrong, totally wrong. So that because there is no education, no education. To become, you want to become a monastic, you have to live the whole life. Not to stay in the tent, but in the house with your wife and your former wife or former husband. So Buddhist education, very important. Also, social education. So in Fo Guang San, we have from preschool to primary school to secondary school to colleges, university. That's for secular education. For monastic educations, since 1965 up to today, we still continue on. Now we have a Buddhist, those who are Buddhist New Delhi, you are welcome to visit our young boy novice education in New Delhi. And in Bodhi Gaya, when you go to Bodhi Gaya, you ask for Fo Guang San. Fo Guang San, that's a Buddhist mountain. We have a girl college in Fo Guang San. In Kolkata also, we have a girl training center. It's our temple, we have a girl training center. So to become Buddhist, we must learn more what the Buddha taught. Not just only coming blindly to come here, chanting, homage to the Buddha and forgot everything. Then the third objective of Fo Guang San is to benefit society through charitable program. In In Foguangsan objective of charity, charity is not just helping the poor. We must help the poor to stand up on their own feet. We give the poor a fishing hook, not give them the fish. Teach them how to stand up on their feet. Like I came to India several times during the Kutch earthquake, during the tsunami, during the flood, because this is the time when help is needed for the people. Not just going to the slum, helping the poor, giving them food. Every time giving food, they become lazy. They don't want to work. Oh, every month somebody give me food. We need to teach them. We, like our Ven Chuemen chapter, now we have adopted 8 slum villages in Changapatu. But that is not, we are not always giving food, we are giving them education with the young children. We have the poor, we have the children, we tell the parents, send your children to school, give them a proper education in order to have a good life and leave the slum in the near future. Buddhist monk and nun in Buddhist educations, and also a place for people outside the society to come to learn Buddhism. And he was the head abbot from 1967 until 1983 when he stepped down as the head abbot. In Foguangsan organization, you are not the head abbot for life, it's for terms. Master Singing is the head abbot of Foguangsan Temple for 3 terms because he was the founder with 3 terms. Today the head abbot of Foguangsan is only 2 terms. 1 term is 4 years, 2 term is 8 years. After 8 years, he has to step down as the head abbot. A new person we have to elect to become the head, who in charge of all the nearly 500 temples around the world. He's the head. So we not for life. We need to have new generation in order that new idea, how to implement new idea for the prosperous of Buddhism. So when Master stepped down as the head abbot of Foguangsan Monastery, he traveled around the world. And Taiwanese, many who was migrate overseas, said, Master, we now in America, in Argentina, in Australia, no Buddhism. We want Buddhism. So Master said, okay, you are lay people. You can gather together at somebody's house. Then we learn, we study together. That was the main reason that Buddha Light International Association was established for the lay people. So Buddha Light is a lay, in ours is a lay people organization. Only the counseling are monastic. So Buddha Light, BAI is a lay organization. Foguangsan is the monastic association. We are just like birds with 2 wings. The monastic gives spiritual advice, counseling to the lay people. The lay people supported the temple. That's how we organize in the Chinese community. But as Buddhism, as Buddha Light spread out to India, in India, only we can find is the monk. The monk like Brahma Sangha Rakita, Brahma Dhamma Dhiro, Nama Viryo. These are the monks who first take charge and become BIA as president. So there was a time when we, from Taiwan outside to coming to India, that we BIA become also monk become president. Or else, all BIA around the world, the president is a lay people. And the lay people must be very strong lay people, and he has the capability to organize, to bring people together, and to organize activities, and to support the temple. I'm a monastic. You are lay people. We respect each other. You respect me as a nun, as a Buddhist monk. I respect you as a people in society. Like in my teacher, Master Chingoship, you are the boss. Master always tell our supporter, you are the boss. 你是我的好给外， because the lay people they give material support to the temple. So if you are a boss, we need to rely on you for the rations. So we respect each other. So in Fo Guang San, if you go to BIA meeting, you will see lay people and monastic all can sitting together in the same room in meeting. But some of the very conservative Devara Sangha, they are not allowed. I remember when I was in Sri Lanka, one monk from Sri Lanka monk from Malaysia, he has a Sangha He invited me, I was there. He bring me to a seat. I bring him to sit here. Of course, I was happy. Oh monk, and I sit here. Later, a monk come. You cannot sit here. You go. Right? Because there is no equality. They all bhikkhu. How come I have a bhikkhuni here? But the monk from Malaysia, he has been in Malaysia for so many years. He know about equality. Monk, bhikkhu or bhikkhuni, same. But another monk come and chase me away. Master singing will never do this. In Fo Guang San, if we have the opportunity, we feel to become a beer member, when you go to Fo Guang San, you will see in our chanting hall, this side is bhikkhuni, one side is bhikkhu. In the dining hall also, one side is bhikkhuni, one side is bhikkhu. We are all equal. Master really implements and supported what the Buddha said, equality. Whether you are female or male, equality. A female can also have intelligence and attain arahant, not only men. So equality. So become members of BIA. Master encourage the whole family, the wife and the husband also coming to meeting together. In India, I see so many men, isn't it? Only the men come, the wife now stay at home, you do the housework. But Master Shinin encouraged coming to BIA meeting, husband and wife. So that's why we have husband and wife BIA members and whole family members before the BIA family. So since we have an opportunity to learn, to follow, to become a members of BIA, we must have unity in the family, harmony in the family, cooperation in the family. Not that I'm working, I support the family, the wife, you do housework. I go to meeting, please, you cannot go, you must clean the house. No, husband and wife equality, and bring the children. So in the early years, we have the BIA Maharashtra chapter, but somehow no more, because in the early days, BIA was established world headquarters in 1992, May the 16th. Remember, 1992, May the 16th. So this May 16th,
yes.
This May 16th, Buddha Jayanti.
Yeah, Buddha Jayanti.
This is number 10. BIA 30th anniversary.
Yeah.
So Bhante, if we are BIA members, this May 16 double celebration, Buddha Jayanti and BIA 30th anniversary.
Same day.
Huh?
Same day is coming.
Same day. This year so lucky, Buddha Jayanti on May the 16th.
Yeah.
So it's May the 16th, we call the BIA day.
Yes.
So whether next year there is a Buddha Jayanti on May the 16th or no, but we still celebrate BIA day. So some people in the early day, because there was 1993 when we first established it in chapter in India, because at the time of course India still very poor around. During the early days, like the BIA shirt you're wearing, this one, is all given free. Early days, because to help India. And in the early days also, every year we have $2 to subsidy the temple for the activities. You must stand up on your own feet. You cannot always depend on headquarters. Oh, give me money, and then I will establish a chapter. No. We have to pay ourselves. We don't ask for something, which we give generosity. Dr. America said or not, 5% of your salary to contribute to Dharma propagation. Am I right, Bhante? Have we do? So do not, oh, hard-earned money, why must I give to Dharma? I am a monastic. I don't have salary. I depend salary on the Dharma from the people. But in Sri Lanka, it's very difficult because they say, oh, this nun from Singapore, she must be very rich. Their mentality is very rich. In Po Kwang San, my teacher will teach us, we poor, but my mind is rich. But I still need to survive in Sri Lanka. So the head monastery, when they sent me to Sri Lanka, they supported me for 3 years. First 3 years. After 3 years, you have to find your own way. I have been in Sri Lanka for 14 years. So how to find my own way? In Sri Lanka, no donation from the people. The people come to me for donations. So later on, I see, I go back to Singapore.
How long? 40 years to stay?
14 years.
14 months.
So I'll go back Singapore, and Singapore, they'll give me support, give me dana, cash dana, go Sri Lanka, I can survive. I live a very simple life. Morning, I take noodles, soup. Lunch, I take rice, and I cook one vegetable. 20 minutes, I finish everything, very fast. So as a monastic, we live simple lives. Only that what we master always say, don't worry you are poor. Tell us, don't worry you are poor. Don't worry that poor. Worry whether I have my right cultivations. Whether I'm walking the right path. So in Sri Lanka, although no support from the people, I can still survive. Because I have supported my Singaporean relative, my Singapore temple. They give me small support, I can still survive very well in Sri Lanka. And we must be generous. In Chinese, there are two. Generosity means sher, willing to give, you receive back. I'm willing to give, I receive back my merits. My cultivation is good, people will support me. So I don't worry. Even as BIA members, when we are finally registered to be a BIA member, we have to pay a yearly fee. BIA chapter had to pay yearly fee of $1,000 to headquarters. But in year 2000, we have a meeting among our Indians chapter. $1,000. We cannot collect so much. Okay. So for Indian chapter, the whole chapter in India, 1 year is 200 pay to headquarters. But individual members, like if you are members, individual is $2. Return is very difficult. So headquarters have been so compassionate. Okay, every year when you go to the conference, then you pay, the chapter will pay the chapter yearly fee and the member individual fee during that times. So every year we have to pay. But in India, it become a habit. Oh, free BIA shirt. Oh, free 2,000. So they have not kept it into mind. In fact, I ask you, like in India, if you join the lottery club, you join the lion club, how much you have to pay? A lot of money. But BIA is only very little. I know, I was in Hyderabad recently. Hyderabad, the members pay 2,000 a year. Membership fee 2,000 a year. So from the 2,000 a year, every year from their chapter, the chapter has to pay the headquarters $200. And if you are 50 members, 50 times 2, 100 of membership. This pay to headquarters. For us, you just want to take, then okay, disaster, headquarters, please help us. Where we got the money? Like during the tsunami, during the earthquake, during the flood, headquarters give us the money. Like recently also in Sri Lanka, economic crisis. Sri Lanka never give any membership fee to headquarters, but headquarters, Sri Lanka is so serious. So the Secretary General consult me, how you want to help? So I said give ration because the poor people all the ration increased price until so crazy, 3 times, 4 times increase. The poor people cannot afford. So headquarter, he wanted to send me 50,000 US dollar. I said, whoa, to Sri Lanka is so much money, it's very difficult. So at headquarter, send me 20,000 first. So we send, I cannot in my name because I don't have the receipt to give headquarter. So we cooperate with one satellite, Sri Lanka. So they send the money to Sri Lanka and then they can issue the receipt to headquarter. But when the money come to the bank call, oh, why you receive so much money? What is the relationships? Very trouble. We want to help Sri Lanka, but the question why you receive so much money? So like during disaster, headquarter will help. But we as members, we must pay our fee. Like even now Ukraine, the war in Ukraine with Russia, we also send food, milk powder, clothing to Ukraine. Even to Afghanistan, Pakistan, we also send, they are Muslim country. But BIA do not distinguish whether you are Muslim or you are Christian or you are Hindu. During the time of disaster, our charity work is to help in emergency. So if all of you are interested to become BIA members, we must be willingly pay our annual fee. I don't know, Gujarat, how much you pay every year? 2,000? Oh.
I don't know.
Never pay fee, but they never pay fees. So
500.
yeah, and when we successfully managed to revise the Maharashtra BIA, I hope we follow the rules of BIA. If you want to become members of BIA, we follow what headquarters, the policies, the bylaws. We pay the fee for headquarters, and when we go travel overseas, and it's our BIA ship, but not this one, and the next time we must change this one, BIA. So there was once BIA members, I think he lost something when he was in Bangkok. He was, okay, my God, I lost my thing, I need to find out. He was in the airport. hello. Hey, one person said, hey, you're from BIA. Then he got the help. So we have BIA members all over the world. We can visit our BIA chapters all over the world. They can come to receive you from the airport and help you. If you need something, tour, we have it to arrange. Can be done. So BIA is not only Indian, but we have around. Just like this time, I come to India. The Indian members need to come to fetch me from airport, or else I don't know how to go to from the doctors come to fetch me from airport, or else I don't know how to go to his house. I'm staying his house today. So we have the help of BIA members around the world. Like in some time ago, we had BIA also in Taiwan, and when the people want to come to Singapore for tour, because only 5 members from Darjeeling, we also stay in our guest house. So when you travel around the world, BIA member, you have the benefits. But we don't think just to take the benefits. We must pay our member fees. Master, is all donation from the temple. And also during the last year, we sent first time I think we sent 200, later on we sent another 600 of oxygen concentrator. That time was so terrible. When we see the news, we are so shocked. And our members are, India shortage of oxygen concentrator. So we try to ask the member, one person how much donation, one concentrator how much. So we collect. Then we send 600. Second time we send 600 concentrator to India, to all over India where BIA has our chapter. And I asked your wife, because they don't have a COVID patient, so do not need the concentrator. So we send to various hospitals and also to our members in India. Then they know the people they send. So even that one to a private family, they just borrow the concentrator to keep them alive. So when there is disaster, like this is disaster, headquarters will come to help. So you as member, to become BIA member, you must also willing to pay the fee. BIA fee is considered very low. Headquarters collect $40, each $40. But in Sri Lanka, I think not even $10. Not even $4. They keep on saying I have no money. But when they need help, they ask headquarters. I think we should not have this mentality. If $40 a year or what Hyderabad chapter is collecting, 2,000 a year is very little money. Very little money we pay as our commitments as a BIA member to headquarters. When in disaster, headquarters will help us back. We become BIA member to interaction, to know each other all over the world. When you go to general meeting, we meet many people. And we may get some business, those who are business people, we meet each other, then we consult each other. Like BIA, we have a travel agents. We bring tour. So we discuss, if I'm a travel agent from India, I can approach, hey, how can we work together? You got people coming to India, in India I take care of the traveling. We can work together. Because I mentioned some lay, BAIA is a lay organization. Only the counseling person is a monastic, like I am the counseling monastic for the chapters. And headquarters, the president is Master Xingning, and then now has been Masters, before was Xing Ting, Xing Pei, now it's Xing Bao. BIA president also not for life. Not for life. It's through election. Just like for Gongsan, head abbot, not for life. It's elections. Everybody, if your practice is good, your knowledge is good, you have the compassion, you will be elected. So for Gongsan, head abbot is by elections. We have elect 9 members in the board of directors in Fo Guangsan Temple. Like now in our board of directors are all very young nuns and young monks. Like for me, I need to retire. You know how old I am? I'm 67 years old. Should be retired. But for Gongsan, I dare not to tell I want to retire. Because Master, when he was 90, he still never retired. Our senior nun, now 80-something, he is still advisor to the temple. We never say retire. I think we work. I do my service for the monastery. I do service for BIA until I think I cannot. Also, I'm sick, I cannot. Or else I dare not to tell monastery I want to retire. I was hoping for retirement and I can go to travel in China, because I went to China a few times. I really love China. Traveling, visiting temples, but I cannot. We still continue to work until we cannot. We serve the people. We're not waiting for the people to serve us. The people respect us because we are monastic. But I must give them the education, give them the advice. Just like now, I have one Indian lady from Telugu staying with me because she has some problems, family problems, with the husband's problems. She don't know where to go. So 1 month send him to my temple. So I have to give her counseling, often need to talk to her. And sometimes it's nothing, she just sit there and she start crying. Because female, you have a family. I think you're a woman now, family problems, husband problems. So I, as a monastic, I don't give you a salary, but I give you the advice. So the Indian lady from Andhra staying with me, I have to give her advice often. So our as a monastic, we comfort the lay people when they have problems. We give them direction when they get in doubts. So the lay people is what we support the Dharma, we support the temple. What Dr. indicated to us, 5% of salary, we support the Dharma. Because if Bhante has no salary, the monthly salary is the dana from the lay people. Only with the dana from the lay people we can support. We can do activities in our temple. If you all visit, I'm not too sure. You visit Taiwan, isn't it? BIA, have you? No? You visit Taiwan before? No. I can, few members, you have. You see, Fo Guangsan so big, isn't it? Without the support from lay people, how can we be so big? In Fo Guangsan is our auditorium. You see all the names. When we want to build the auditorium, one name is 10,000. In Fo Guangsan, most of our donation for construction, the name, you see one name, 10,000, 20,000, you can count, how many thousand they collect. That's our accounts. So it's the support of the lay people that Fo Guangsan can organize so many activities. education, cultural, every year, summer camp, during summer, children summer camp, winter camps for children. Without money, we cannot do anything. Money, although money is very dirty, it's evil, but when you do it in the right way, it's good for the people. If you do in the wrong way, it's evil. You use the money to do something bad, to take drugs, or to employ some bad actions. But money is very important. Used in the right way, it benefit the people. Just now, if the poor on the roadside, they have Gujarat. I think we have the Karuna Hospital clinic. People who come to the clinic are very, very poor. They cannot afford to go to hospital, or hospital maybe they have to pay. So this is also one of the way the BIA is doing. So we should be very proud to be BIA members, that we have associate with people around the world. We can participate in all kinds of activities. And this year, our BIA used to have yearly general conference. From 1992 up to year 2000, every year we have the general conference. Later, Master said, oh, stop. Every year, so tired. The people have to spend so much every year traveling around the world. Before, all general conference are all over the world, different part of the world. So Master said, no, stop. So from year 2000 onward, general conference is only alternate year. And general conference is held only in Fo-Guang-Shan, Taiwan. Because in Taiwan, it's lesser expense. If overseas, hotel more expensive. If in Taiwan, we just only BIA pay the cost of Fo-Guang-Shan temple. So it's not so much. So general conference every alternate years is in Taiwan. And board of directors meeting alternate years is every year, but alternate years the board director overseas. This year supposed to be in America. Los Angeles has vote we want to organize. But until recently, they say COVID situation is not solved yet. We will be online meeting. So this year again, BIA meeting is online. I think Bhante, if you have received the notice, we have to, you want to register to participate in the BIA general meeting, we have to register before June the 30th. That registration fee is $20 because online. But why online we still need the money? Of course, they need all the items. I don't know how they pay for it, but we still need money to organize. So $20 for the online registration, end of June 30th. After June, I think it's $30. So if we want to participate, but I think you must have the, Bhante, you have the membership card number. Only with the membership card, you have the number, now you can participate. Non-member cannot. And if you want to become a member, register soon. Now Bhante is the members of Gujarat chapter. But in the near future, I hope, I've already told from headquarters, Bombay is not Gujarat, Bombay is Maharashtra. Even Aurangabad is Maharashtra. So we must, before we have a BIA Maharashtra, now we must reinstall BIA. So in future, if headquarters agree to reinstall BIA Maharashtra, so then we have a BIA Maharashtra chapter here. We have, and our members, of course, the executive, if to elect all members, executive member cannot only from one temple here, must be different profession. People like different profession, lawyer, doctor, different profession, engineer, and those who can contribute their work. Those who are so stiff, you ask for donation, only don't want to. I think some people very difficult. We want people who are generous to contribute their times and their finance to help in organizing functions. Not only taking, but we are contributing. And as a BIA member, Master teach for our practice. He will ask how I practice. We do the Panchasila every term, Theravada. Every every starting of the program, we chant the Pancha Sila. But what are the Pancha Sila? It's just only for chanting? No. We must put into practice. Have you asked yourself, have I put the Pancha Sila into practice? So if we say Pancha Sila, some Muslim people or Hindi people, I'm not Buddhist, why must I take the Pancha Sila? Master say no. Pancha Sila, so Master said the 3 acts of goodness. The first good, do good deeds. What are the good deeds? What are the good deeds? To do good deeds. Anybody here can tell me what are the good deeds? Huh? Anybody know? To do good deeds.
To help someone.
Huh?
To help someone.
To
help
yes,
someone, give
yes.
charity.
To help someone, some more? To good deeds.
Support.
Just now we chant the Pancha Sila. First one, no killing. This is good deeds. No killing. No stealing. No sexual misconduct. These are doing good. So Master put it in a way, do good deeds. No killing, no stealing. But we think of good. Okay, if we think of the do good, what good can do? I tell the children in the Rama school, you come to school, you keep the classroom clean. This is also one of good actions. We do not waste water, we own water, we close water. This is a good action. This is to teach the small children, like even adults. Our earth is more than 70% water. But the water here is not, we cannot drink it. So we do not waste water. Very simple. I concentrate on daily actions. I see people wasting water. I feel very uncomfortable. Why wasting water? There are so many people in the developed country, they have no clean water. Even in India itself, the village no clean water to drink. And when you want to tap, you're wasting water. And not wasting food. I feel so sad to see that in Sri Lanka, because the monks receive dana from temple, they are wasting food. I'm very sad to see wasting food. Because when we see, I read a lot of news also. As a nun, I not only study Buddhism, I must understand the world and I can talk to people. You see people in the third world country, no food to eat, no water, no clean water. So, we are wasting. This good action? No, this is not good action. Good action, we should not waste anything. We should help our earth, our Mother Earth. Nowadays, climate change, so much disaster because our Mother Earth is sick. We take care of ourselves, we must take care of the earth. So this is good action. We plant trees. This year also, for Gangsan BIA, we are organizing tree plantings. So Bhante, when we know any village or anything that we need tree planting is also a BIA encouraged to do because to protect our earth. So this is one of the activities also. One of the actions we must do. Not only young coming to help temple, coming participate function, tree planting. BIA encourage tree planting. And BIA also encourage vegetarians. Not killing the cows, not killing the animals. We encourage to be veg. So BIA work is it's not just concentrate only Dharma teaching. Anything concerning our earth, concerning our society. So the first one, we do good. Whether you are Muslim or Christian, Buddhist, we must do good actions. We no killing, no stealing, no sexual misconduct. And to speak good. To speak good, the Pancha Sila, the fourth Sila, no lying, no double talks. This is to speak good. Anything we say, what come out of our mind, our mouth, we are talking good, is disaster. So we must speak good. To make good relation with people, to make harmonious with them, we must speak good. We must not lie. We must not double tongues. We must speak good, praising others. And the third one, to think good, our mind. In the Dhammapada, mind is the forerunner of all good. Mind is the forerunner of all evil. Our mind is very important. The hatred, the anger, the jealousy, the thinking of killing people, the thinking of cheating others, all in our minds. So very simple as a VIA members, we do good. 3 acts of goodness. It's very basic. So as a VIA, we still have to practice. Practice is most important in our daily life. From practice to generate, to concentrate it now, and to elevate our wisdom. We are not practitioner because we take dinner. Why we must see the Buddha original? Why the Buddha later on applied that not to take dinner? There was a rule because a monk went arms begging at night, asking for food. And a lady, a woman, a pregnant woman, when he opened the door during the time was thundering night. Opened the monk asking for food. Oh, he see the monk so dark, he shocked. He has a miscarriage. People complained to Buddha. Buddha then said, okay, monk, at night you should not go arms around. So the monk will not take dinner at night. That was why. But when you are sick, the Buddha will revise the rule. Okay, sick people, we can take. And when Buddhism was from India to China, has been changed. During when Buddhism was first brought to China, it is a cult. It's not a religion to them, because China has their own belief. And China, as monk, and we have to shave our head. And this is very serious in Chinese tradition. You cannot shave, you must keep long hair. You cannot shave your head. And monks and nuns cannot marry, cannot have children, cannot carry on their generation. This is very serious in Chinese traditions. So people are against Buddhism. So nobody will offer to the monk and temple. So the monks have to work themselves in the field. In the temple, they have field, they work themselves. So working themselves, you let go your energy, you'll be hungry. So you have to eat at night. After daytime, morning, afternoon, night time in the field, daytime in the field, we are exhausted, we are hungry. So we eat at night. We eat at night, we call the medicine's meal. Because we need the food for our body. So in India, maybe not so serious. The monks still can eat, some can eat after 12 o'clock. But in Thailand, in Sri Lanka, they are so serious. 12 o'clock, cannot eat. Yes. Don't have to torture yourself. Ask why the Buddha laid the rules. Now today, like for Chinese, in our temple, we have take dinner at night. We call yao shi, means stone medicines. Means we take the food because for our body, not because that we need so greedy for food. So we must understand different traditions in order to have mutual respect among each other. I stayed in Sri Lanka. I need to follow their traditions. So in Sri Lanka, I don't cook at night. When I'm hungry, I have cow, Milo, or oat, or biscuit. I don't cook it. I follow what they do. But when I return to Taiwan, it's different. I have to follow my Taiwan traditions, or Chinese traditions. So practice, a good practitioner is not mean that you don't take dinner, you are very, I'm a good practitioner. It's not that meaning. It's our mind that's more important. To think good, the mind is important. We treat people good, we are kind to people, we have a good heart. This is good for people. Like today's situation in Sri Lanka, because the politicians, they never care for the people. Although they may be Buddhists, they may be, because Sri Lanka is a Buddhist country, but the politicians never care for the people. That what's caused the economic crisis in Sri Lanka. So we must always, like the situation now in Russia and Ukraine, you think which is right? We do not understand more, we don't have to criticize. But we know why Russia have to attack Ukraine. There's a reason behind. It's all history reasons. Everybody want peace, but it's political reason. Who is behind the Russia and Ukraine's war? We must understand. Of course, I understand. What? The war. Who created the war? It's not Russia. The big brother created the war. So we must have the wisdom to understand. We must also read more, understand more history. I did a lot of Chinese history. So to be knowledgeable, to be a nun is not only that I study the Dharma. I must know the world situation. Then when people come to me for consult, I must know how to give them advice. My job as a monastic, we care for the people, regardless whether you are man or female or Muslim or Christian. We care for the people of the world. In BIA, we have one song called We Are One. We are one in this earth. There is no, our solar system, our universe of nine planets, Earth is the only one we can survive. So we are only one. What we can see, what science can see now? We have 9 planets. The Earth is the only planet we human beings can stay now. So we are one in this world. We must care for each other. Our fingers are different length. So it's different status in society, different level, or different IQ is different, but we are all still one people. I'm a bit fairer, you're a bit darker, but our blood is the same color. We are all one in this world. We care for each other in this world. I'm richer, you're poorer. The rich can help the poor. Stand up on their own feet. Initially, help them. I think we have also gone to medical camps. We also have, although we are not doctors, but we have our BIA members who are doctors. So our BIA member from Malaysia have come to join our novice school in New Delhi, and they have gone to medical camps. This is also one of the good action we should do. We can afford. We care for the those in the lower, what in India we call the caste system. They are being overlooked by the societies. Every positive way of helping one another is a good cause, is a good actions. Bhante. So, Bhante, we have a time limit, is it? So I think to those who want to know more about BIA, something that I did not mention, you all can put up your questions. The BIA, remember, we are established in 1992, May the 16th. This year is the 30th anniversary. And BIA, we welcome all people to become Buddhists, to become members. The only Buddhists can become member. Non-Buddhist is a friends of BIA. Although they are not Buddhists, but we welcome them as a friends of BIA. Yeah, they don't have to be registered to be members because BIA have to be a Buddhist and potential Buddhist. Those who they may become Buddhists, so Buddhists. And those who have, if they are Christian or if they are Muslim, they can become a friends of BIA.
तायवानमध्ये मास्टर सिंग्योन यांनी फार मोठं कार्य केलं. चायनावरून ते तायवानला गेले. 1949 मध्ये त्यांनी तिथे गेले आणि त्यानंतर त्यांनी दीक्षा घेतली आणि फार मोठं असं ऑर्गनायझेशन ऑल ओव्हर द वर्ल्ड असं त्यांनी निर्माण केलेलं आहे. जगामध्ये अनेक देशांमध्ये हाऊ मेनी कंट्रीज अवर ब्रांचेस आर देयर? हाऊ मेनी कंट्रीज BLI branches?
All over the 5 continents. I don't know how many countries.
5 continents, म्हणजे 5ही खंडामध्ये आहेत, पण country more than 110 or something, isn't it?
Huh?
More than 110 countries.
Yeah, like in North America, there are so many parts.
So many all over
South America, Africa,
Yeah.
Europe,
Yeah.
East Asia, Southeast Asia, Northeast Asia, all over.
Yeah, all over.
Yeah,
yes.
even now Solomon Island also we have.
I see,
Yeah, in the Pacific,
Mhm.
Hawaii.
So almost all the countries, I
Yeah,
think
all
many,
over.
many countries.
Yes,
you know,
all over the world.
all over the world. So every country they establish this BNI center. So प्रत्येक देशांमध्ये हा BNI सेंटर उभारलेला आहे. हा मोठा ऑर्गनायझेशन आहे आणि त्यांचं कॉन्ट्रीब्युशन पण सगळ्या देशातून हेडक्वार्टरला पाठवून जाते. हेडक्वार्टरमध्ये फार मोठं असं एक ट्रेनिंग सेंटर आहे आणि बुद्धिझम म्हटलं तर बुद्धिझम म्हणजे एज्युकेशन, बुद्धिझम म्हणजे ट्रेनिंग. पंचशील म्हणजे फक्त पंचशील घ्यावं असं नव्हे, तर पंचशीलला आपण आपल्या जीवनात प्रॅक्टिस केलं पाहिजे. पंचशील म्हणजे काय की डू गुड थिंग्स, चांगल्या गोष्टी करत चला, हे पंचशील आहे. वाईट गोष्टीपासून दूर राहा, ते पंचशील आहे. आणि पंचशील सगळ्यांसाठी म्हणजे चांगलं काम करावं हे सगळ्यांसाठी गरजेचं आहे आणि वाईट कामापासून दूर राहावं हे सगळ्यांसाठी गरजेचं आहे. म्हणून BNI सेंटर हे मुस्लिम देशामध्येही आहे, हे ख्रिश्चन देशांमध्ये आहे, म्हणजे सगळ्या देशामध्ये, कारण की ती अबोध अशा पद्धतीचं त्यांचं एक बिलीफ आहे. आणि त्यामुळे ह्युमॅनिस्टिक बुद्धिझम हे जे फार सुंदर पुस्तक मास्टर सिंग यांनी जे लिहिलेलं पुस्तक की बुद्ध हे एक मानव समाजामध्ये त्यांचा जन्म झाला आणि त्यांनी मानवासाठीच त्यांनी काम केलं. माणसाचं कल्याण कसं होईल, माणसाचा कशा पद्धतीने उद्धार होईल, यावरच बुद्ध मानव समाजात फिरून 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 काम करायला लागले. तसं ते बुद्ध होते, पण तरी ते माणसांमध्ये जाऊन त्यांनी जी सेवा दिली आणि माणसाला जे शिकवलं की आपण एक दुसऱ्याच्या कल्याणासाठीच झटलं पाहिजे. आपण माणूस आहोत आणि माणूस म्हणून जन्म घेणे हे फार मोठं पुण्याचं असते, कारण की माणूसच चांगलं काम करू शकतो, माणूसच वाईट कामापासून दूर राहू शकतो. पण जे लोक प्रशिक्षण नसते ते वाईट कामामध्ये आनंद मानतात, वाईट कामात गुंतून राहतात आणि त्याचा परिणाम त्यांना दुःख आणि दंड आणि फार परेशानी त्यांच्या जीवनामध्ये भोगावी लागत असते. हे त्यांच्या कर्मामुळे. कर्म आपण जे करतो शरीराने, वाणीने आणि मनाने, तीनच पद्धतीने आपण कार्य करतो आणि हे कार्य चांगले केले जाऊ शकतात. आपल्या शरीराने चांगले कर्म आपण करू शकतो, चांगले वाणीने चांगले कर्म करू शकतो आणि आपल्या मनानेही चांगल्या पद्धतीचा विचार करू शकतो. ही कपॅसिटी माणसामध्ये आहे आणि ती तथागत बुद्धांनी शोधून काढली आणि ती लोकांना सांगितली की तुम्ही जर चांगल्या पद्धतीने वागलात, आपल्या तीन माध्यमाने म्हणजे शरीर, वाणी आणि मन, या तीन माध्यमाने चांगले चांगले कार्य जर तुम्ही करत राहिलात, त्याला प्रॅक्टिस मध्ये आपल्या आणलं, तर तुमचं जीवन धन्य होते, सुख शांतीचं तुमचं जीवन जात असते. पण या तीनही माध्यमाने जर तुम्ही वाईट कार्यात गुंतून राहिलात तर तुमचं जीवन अधोगतीला जात असते, तुमचं जीवन दुर्गतीला जात असते. तर तुम्हीच तुमच्या दुर्गतीचे कारण असता. कोणी बाहेरची व्यक्ती तुमची दुर्गती करायला येत नाही, तुम्ही तुमच्या प्रगतीचे कारण बनता. कारण की बाहेरची कोणी व्यक्ती तुमची प्रगती करायला येत नाही, ती तुमच्या तीन प्रकारच्या कार्यावर अवलंबून आहे. म्हणजे वाणीचं कार्य तुम्ही चांगलं करा तर तुमची प्रगती होईल, वाईटापासून दूर राहा. शरीराचं कार्य चांगलं करा. त्याच पद्धतीने जे मॉनिस्टिक अशा पद्धतीचे तिचे एक दोन प्रकारचे फॉलोअर्स असतात. एक म्हणजे टेम्पलशी जुळून, विहाराशी जुळून, त्याला मॉनिस्टिक ऑर्डर म्हणतात. आणि उपासक, उपासकांचा वेगळा संघ, भिक्षूंचा वेगळा संघ असतो, भिक्षू भिक्षुणीचा, परंतु त्याच्यामध्ये फार इक्वॅलिटी असते. म्हणजे इक्वल अशा पद्धतीचा दर्जा दिला जात असतो आणि त्याला म्हणतात इक्वॅलिटी. म्हणजे इक्वॅलिटी आपण आपल्या प्रत्यक्ष जीवनामध्ये उतरवली पाहिजे आणि आपण दिलं पाहिजे तर आपल्याला मिळेल. आपण जर द्यायला शिकलो, काहीतरी प्लान करायला शिकलो तर आपल्याला मिळेल. ही त्यांनी देणार कधीच नाही, कधी प्लान करणार नाही, कधी आम्ही द्यायची सवयच नाही. फक्त पाहिजेच आम्हाला, पाहिजे 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 असं जर म्हणत राहिलो तर हाच पैसा आपला अधोगती करतो. पैशाचा वापर जर चांगला केला तर पैसा आपली प्रगती करतो, आपल्याला सुख शांती देतो. पण पैशाचा जर दुरुपयोग झाला अहंकारामुळे किंवा पैशाच्या अहंकारामुळे वाईट व्यसनात जर आपण लागलो तर तोच पैसा आपल्या अधोगतीला कारणीभूत होतो. म्हणजे पैसा हा चांगलाच आहे असं नव्हे, दोन्ही काम पैसा करतो. वाईटही काम पैशामुळे वाईटही कामं केले जातात. धन हा वाईट कामासाठी कधी कधी उपयोगात आणला जातो आणि धन हा चांगल्या कामात उपयोगात आणला जातो. आणि म्हणून आपण त्याचा उपयोग कसा करावा, किती आपल्याला मिळते, काय देतो ते महत्वाचे नाही, पण चांगलं आपण जर केलं धनाचा उपयोग तर आपली प्रगती होते, देशाची, समाजाची आणि जगाची प्रगती होते. हा मूळ सिद्धांत त्यांनी सांगितलेला आहे. बी राज्याबद्दल त्यांनी मेंबर वगैरे आपण बनायला सांगितलंय. आणि जर बी राज्य मेंबर बनतात तर कुठल्याही देशामध्ये जर तुम्ही गेलात, तुमच्याकडे बी रायचा मेंबरशिप कार्ड जर असला तर त्या देशाच्या सेंटरमध्ये तुम्ही गेस्ट हाऊस मध्ये जाऊन राहू शकता आणि ते एकदम स्वस्त तुम्हाला राहणं मिळते. आपलं आपुलकी त्याच्यामध्ये मिळते, बंधुभाव त्याच्यामध्ये मिळतो. आणि म्हणून बी रायचा मेंबर बनणं हे फार महत्वाचं आहे की आपण इथे जगात जुळून असतो. हा त्याचा एक मोठा बेनिफिट आहे. आणि ते पैसे आपल्याला द्यावे लागतात, निवड फ्री नाही. तर आपण जसं त्यांनी मगाशी उदाहरण दिलं की लायन्स क्लब वगैरे या ठिकाणी मेंबर बनण्यासाठी आपण फार मोठी डोनेशन देत असतो. अशाच पद्धतीने हे लायन्स क्लब सारखे आहे. पण एक वेगळी स्कीम आहे की निवड डोनेशनच नव्हे, म्हणजे घेणंच नव्हे, तर आपण देत असतो. लोकांच्या जे डिझास्टर वगैरे होत असतात त्या डिझास्टर मध्ये आपण लोकांना मदत करतो. आणि BLI संस्था जी आहे अनेक ठिकाणी मदत करत असते ज्या ठिकाणी त्याची गरज आहे, डिझास्टर आहे. पण नॉर्मली आपण फीस देऊनच त्यांचे मेंबर बनवून एक मोठ्या सन्मानाने आपण जगत असतो. तर हा त्यांचा मूळ मोटो आहे की माणसांच्या हितासाठी, माणसाच्या कल्याणासाठी तथागतांनी जो धम्म शिकवला तो आपण आपल्या जीवनात उतरवावा, त्याला प्रॅक्टिस मध्ये आपण आणावं. त्याची ट्रेनिंग असते. ते म्हणतात की भारतामध्ये धम्माची काही ट्रेनिंग नाही. धम्माच्या ट्रेनिंगचा भारतात फार मोठा अभाव आहे. तिथे युनिव्हर्सिटी आहे, कॉलेज आहे, दर दिवस तिथे 8 वाजता क्लास सुरू असतो धम्माचा. लोक कामाधंदे येतात आणि 8चा क्लास अटेंड करतात. 8 ते 9 1 तास धम्म शिकत असतात. दर दिवस शिकवले जात असते धम्म. आपल्याकडे आपण विकली म्हणतो तरी विकली सुद्धा आपल्याकडे लोक म्हणजे शिकण्यासाठी येत नाही. आपल्याला ती सवय लावून घेतली पाहिजे की आम्हाला धम्म शिकून घ्यायचं आहे, समजून घ्यायचं आहे. बिना शिक्षणाने, बिना ट्रेनिंगने धम्म आपोआप कधीच येणार नाही. पण भारताची एवढी म्हणजे थोडीशी बिकट अवस्था आहे म्हणा, एवढी चिंतनीय अवस्था आहे की आपण म्हणतो आम्ही बुद्धिस्ट, म्हणतो आम्ही बुद्धिस्ट येते, परंतु बुद्धिस्ट म्हणजे निवड प्रार्थना करून बुद्धिस्ट होत नाही, निवड वंदना करून बुद्धिस्ट होत नाही. तर बुद्धिस्ट म्हणजे आपल्या शरीर, वाणी, मनाने कुशल कार्य कसे करावे त्याची प्रॅक्टिस केली पाहिजे, त्याचे ट्रेनिंग घेतलं पाहिजे आणि त्या ट्रेनिंगचे वर्ग चालवले पाहिजे. काय बुद्धाने शिकवलं हे आपण समजून घेतलं पाहिजे, तर आपल्याला शिकल्याने येईल. शिकलोच नाही आपण, तर पुस्तकं वाचल्याच नाही, बुद्धाच्या टीचिंगला आपण जर शिकलोच नाही आणि आपल्या जीवनात अवलंबिलं नाही तर आपला कधी लाभ होत नाही. म्हणून ते प्रॅक्टिस मध्ये आलं पाहिजे. म्हणून ह्युमॅनिस्टिक बुद्धिझम हे जे फार सुंदर असं ग्रंथ मास्टर सिंग यांनी लिहिलेलं आहे आणि त्याचा फार मोठा प्रचार प्रसार सारा जगभर असा होत असतो. तर आपण BLIचं चॅप्टर, महाराष्ट्र चॅप्टर बनवण्याचा प्रयत्न करूया. यासाठीच आजची आपली थोडीशी बैठक होती. आणि आज वेनेरेबल भिक्खुनी चुईमेन त्या एशियन कंट्रीमध्ये त्या अनेक देशांच्या संघटनेमध्ये ते कार्य करतात आणि कशा पद्धतीने BLI बुद्धा इंटरनॅशनल असोसिएशन या एशियन कंट्रीमध्ये जे पसरेल त्यांचं मूळ त्यांचा तो फोकस असतो. तर आज ते आपल्याकडे आलेले आहे.